How many people know theory? Music theory. If I go to a doctor and I say, hey, can you operate on me? He does this. I'm out the door. So either you do or you don't. It's not this. How many people know theory? Music theory. Good. I'm in the key of G minor. I'm going to take a solo for me. Help me out. I only know a little theory. I know in the key of G minor, I'm going to take a solo. I can use the note G. Tell me what else I can use. G. B flat. We skipped one. What is it? B flat. What's after G though? B, A. Let's go in order. G, A, B flat, C, F. We skipped one though. E flat, and F. So we have G, A, B flat, C, D, E flat, F, and G. Natural minor. F sharp will make it Dorian, right? Okay, I do know a little. I'll stay natural. Okay, I'm better at this on certain days. But these are my notes I'm going to use. I'm going to solo for you, but I'm only going to use the 5 notes you didn't mention. I'm not going to use those ones you did mention.
Like a jazz.
B flat, sorry. Here's the right notes. Here's the right notes. Okay, I took 2 solos. The first one had wrong notes, as best as possible. The second one, I guarantee, had right notes. Which solo did you like better? First or second? First one? Okay, all right, let me ask again, because I speak English, you speak German. There could be a language barrier. I want to make sure you understood what I said. I took 2 solos. The first one had wrong notes. The second one had right notes. Which one did you like better? The first? You like the first one with the wrong notes. Why?
Better.
Say it again. Why?
Better. Better groove.
Better groove.
Good time.
More interesting.
More interesting.
Feeling.
Feeling.
Wasn't
In
overplayed.
time.
Wasn't overplayed.
Attitude.
Attitude.
Not like.
All right, it wasn't where he was down here. Okay, so think about that. If all of that stuff makes you like the wrong notes better,
It's jazz.
think about it now. Think about what you're saying. I'm not saying it. You're saying it. And when I don't do those things, you don't even like the right notes. What should you be practicing? All that other stuff. You should be practicing grooving, practicing playing with feel, attitude, practicing playing down here. Because once you do all of that, you can play any note you want. But if you don't do that, even the right note doesn't work. Interesting, right? Most of us spend our time practicing the right note. not realizing that in most cases we're playing the wrong feel. Now once I know I can play any note, playing is easy. Because at no time during the gig am I going to try to play the wrong notes, but I know that I can. I know that I can play any note at any time and you will still like it. That is musical freedom. Right? And it really wouldn't take you long to get there. We just have to change what we focus on. All that stuff you just mentioned, you don't practice. I do. I practice here. I practice attitude. I practice groove. I practice feel. And believe it or not, I practice that more than I practice playing the right note. Because I'm a bass player. No one has ever told me or you that you are in the right note section of the band. Right? What section of the band are we in? The rhythm section. Just by virtue of our name lets us know we should be focused on the rhythm, how it feels. But we focus on the scales and the notes. That's not bad, but you will never get hired to play a scale. Never. No one ever dances to a C. Right? You need to add that stuff to it. And if we know that it's that stuff that makes the note right or wrong, that lets you know what we should be working on. It's not that the notes aren't valuable, they are. But our world is what we do to the note, not just playing the right one. So when I do that, I can play with the drummer or without. But if I'm focused on getting the right note and I'm messing up the feel, you won't like it as much. But if I stay focused on the feel, you'll like it, regardless of what note. And we're all good enough to, I'm not going to hit more wrong notes than I get right notes. Right? I'm going to play more right notes even in my sleep. So I focus on the feel, knowing that even if I guess, I'm going to play a right note. Right? See, here's the thing. We only have 12 notes. And more than half of them are in every key. Right? Pick any key, I got 7 notes that are right. Only 5 are wrong. So even if I guess, I'm going to be right more than I'm wrong. So playing a right note is easy. I'm not making this up. It's true, right? Statistically, right? I can pick a key. Right? That's the logical guy right there. I can pick a key. Right? Oh, shoot. Pick a key, and I can guess. Okay? Now, check this out. This is a wrong note. This note is diatonically not in this key. But guess what? What do you think is on either side of this note? 1 fret away. A right note. Ah, just 1 note away. That's always true. Always. That's right. Home base. Well, not quite home base, because home I would call the root. But one of the 7 right notes is always only a half step away. I don't care what key you pick. There's never 2 wrong notes in a row. Right? On a piano. Think of piano. There's no 2 black keys in a row. There's always a white key in the middle. That lets you know that there's always a right note on either side of a wrong note. So whenever you hit one, you don't like it, just slide it. Do it again. Do it again. Let me slide it the other way. Right? But when I make the wrong note groove, check it out. When I make the wrong note groove, you stop hearing it as wrong. It's not wrong anymore. Because now it feels good and I'm showing you where it's going. So now I can play on that wrong note. And you like it, right? It's because I made you like it. Right? So notes aren't right or wrong. It's how we use them. And I practice how I use them rather than just knowing where the note is. Does that make sense? So in a word, I practice the whole chromatic scale in every key. I know how to use 12 notes in every key, not just 7. Or not just 5 because it's pentatonic, or because I'm a bass player, not just 1. I know how to use 12 in every key. And it's not difficult. All right, that's the scale none of us practice, the chromatic scale. If we do practice the chromatic scale, it's just an exercise to get around the bass. We don't pick a key and use all 12 tones. And I recommend you do it. And if there's a note you don't like, don't leave it. Stay with it. Find the notes you don't like and learn to make music with them. But it's those 5 wrong notes, those are the ones that really pull emotion out of people. It's not the right notes, it's the wrong notes. If you learn how to use those, people will feel your music even more. And it's sad that we don't teach you that as teachers. You have to study a long time to get back to those notes. Well, I think you should start with them. In every language, they teach you all the letters first. They don't teach you some of them first, and you have to graduate to use the other ones. Music sometimes is so backwards. We only let you use some of the notes first. I say let a kid use them all. Teach them all is right. You might want to use these more in this key, but you can use these too. Then music is easy. Then there's no more wrong notes. Really. Now there will always be notes I didn't mean to hit. I didn't mean to hit that, but it doesn't make it wrong. Right? But we teach you from day one, these are right notes, these are wrong notes. So most of us grow up scared of hitting certain notes. And that's a shame. I don't have that fear. And it's because of how I learn. Doesn't make me better, but it might make me freer. And when you talk, you're free. You know you can say anything. You know that there's right words to say at a given time, there's wrong words, but you have the freedom of saying what you want. I play music that way. And it's fun. Cool? Last question, then we'll leave it alone. We'll go somewhere else. Yes, sir.
What do you think is the way to be the cool bass player and do your job, but still be a little bit more outstanding?
What if you want to be a cool bass player and do your job,
Yeah.
but still be outstanding?
Yeah.
Make it groove.
Okay.
Seriously. Make it groove, right? That's maybe I have a bass line, I'm cool, right? So that doesn't work. But Marcus does that.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what he's doing as far as notes, but it grooves. Right? That grooves. I don't care what the note is. I learned that from Marcus. Don't care. You just make it groove. Right? So whatever you do, you base it off of the groove. Yes, sir. You got it right. So that's my fill. That was wrong, right? You didn't care. Because it felt right. Right? I played the whole lick, a half step out of key. You didn't care. Because it felt right. That's it right there. So if you make it feel good, you can get away with a lot. You know who the most, in my opinion, like a lot of us bass players, they always say, stop overplaying because we play too much. Here's the number one bass player, in my opinion, who always overplayed. Who do you think it is? In my opinion, who do you think it is? Jocko. You listen to like Joni Mitchell. They got the world's greatest guitar player, Pat Metheny. They got all these, whoever it is, Michael Brecker, whoever, and Jocko's got, he's all over the place. But it feels, right? It feels so good, so nobody cares. But if he didn't make it feel that good, Joni would say, Jocko, don't play chords. We got a guitar player. Yeah. But if you can make it feel as good as Jocko, you can overplay. You can do it. Right? So the key is feel. That's the key. Cool. And stop trying to impress bass players. That's our mistake. Bass players, we try to impress each other. The problem is we don't hire each other. Right? Bass players don't hire bass players. So we're trying to impress the wrong people. Right? We need to impress singers, horn players, keyboard. You play keyboards? I need to impress you, so you hire me.
I just sell playing bass, but
Started playing. Well, you know, what do you like from a bass player?
groove.
Do you want a bass player to play your chords? No.
It depends on which hand you play.
Let me tell you this way. Bass player doesn't want you playing bass notes.
Yeah.
All right? If I'm playing bass, let me play bass. If you're playing piano, I'll let you play the chords. We got an agreement. Right there, By virtue of our instrument. Now, if I go up and play the chord, it's going to be for an effect. And it has to feel good, or else you're going to yell at me. Because a lot of us bass players, we know how to play tense. Right? We know how to make a chord dominant. We'll take a major chord and make it dominant. But I need to be aware, are you making it dominant or whatever?
Yeah.
If I'm going to play a chord, I need to really understand where you are. And a lot of us don't have that understanding.
It's the reason why I started playing bass, to understand the bass player. And then
Very valuable that we understand each other. But for the most part, let's just stay out of each other's way. Our instruments were designed to do a role. Let's start there. Right? Because you can't groove down here like me. I can't play chords like you. So I'll just let you do it. That's a start. But make it groove, that's the key.
thanks, man.
Hey, if anybody could give me one word, it could even be a German word, I don't care. But what's your one word that describes music?